Sonic Rumble isn't the only game that I'm very much looking forward to coming out soon, but also there is this game called Duskfade. Now, I think this game was announced during the Triple I initiative, which is basically a show about indie games. Though the concept of Triple I is kind of annoying because you don't want to be associated with like high costs usually. Because the great thing about indie games is that it's a small group of individuals coming together and actually making a really cool or great game. But Duskfade has my interest quite intently, actually. I didn't expect it to be more of something that I really wanted that I feel like I'm just not getting from other places in gaming. So let's actually have a look at it. So, basically, action platformer Duskfade is coming in 2026 to PS5, Xbox, and PC. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off with the trailer because I feel like if nothing else, this trailer is going to basically show off exactly why I'm so damn interested in this game. So I am going to wishlist it on Steam, even though I don't have any intention of playing it on Steam. I'm more or less looking to want to play it on PlayStation, but I mean, it's still like, I'm still going to be wanting to get it for sure. So here is the Duskfade announcement trailer. Now, I'm using the PlayStation trailer only because it's just basically some level of self-confirmation that it is, in fact, coming to PlayStation. So, let's sit down and have a look at this minute-long trailer.
My star. Going back sounds tempting, doesn't it?
Also, the writing is actually pretty...
We're always looking back.
like, it's alluding to something. And I feel like we can extrapolate
We'll
from that.
miss everything the present has for us.
So yeah, just by looking at this little bit alone, hold on, if I go take it back a little. So there's a lot of talk about time, the present, the past, whatever have you. And then we see like these like locations, these, chains that bind, if you will, giant clock in the middle.
Everything the present has
But
for
also,
us.
so here we have a main character picking up the sword, and then just looking at how kind of bright and nice, like the visual aspect is exceptional here, and immediately caught my attention. Because it feels like it's a Disney... It feels like it's got some of that Disney magic behind the visual aesthetic of the game that we're not getting from Disney games at the moment. So that's kind of part of the reason why I'm just like... It reminds me a lot of Kingdom Hearts. From just... Not just the character design aspect, but also stuff like the locations, how it looks, the platforming. Not platforming necessarily, but like the... combat for sure. Like, hold on, like you can kind of see Sora's movement in like his combo of attacks and things like that. And again, just the locations, the fantastical music especially, it really adds to what we're seeing in the trailer here. And then you've got like grinding on rails. And there's other like forms of movement as well. There's a lot going on, and I really, really like it. It's mixing a lot of like the Kingdom... I mean, we just saw a dodge right there during that fight. Hold on, let me just quickly show you. Like, that was a dodge right there, just out of the way. And I don't know if that slow-mo is going to be in the game when you just barely dodge. Is that going to be able to allow you to counterattack? I don't know the intricacies of the combat, but I'm just purely basing it off of what we can see from this trailer, which even then, like, I think I might be gassing myself up a little bit too much, but sometimes it's also just nice to, you know, be excited for something. You know what I mean? But yeah. If I were to, like, put this on a map at the moment for me, this very much feels like it plays action combat wise like what you'd expect a Kingdom Hearts to play as. However, it has a lot more free maneuverability, like the movement is a lot more smoother, and adding platforming elements in there also does seem kind of nice. Again, bouncing from like one wall to another, or just jumping up higher. Like when I said jumping from one wall to another, it was basically this bit here. Basically seeing something like this, like a wall vaulting, being able to dodge and attack. Like, it feels like the action combat does seem a lot more on the, like, it seems a lot more like something you'd expect to see from a Devil May Cry, just not the stylishness of combos, but more so the dodge mechanic. I suppose people could also use Dark Souls as another example, but having some amount of a slow-mo aspect. I don't know how that's going to play in, if there actually is any, or whether or not that was just an effect used for the trailer. But now that I'm kind of done basically going through the trailer, let's actually look at the details of whatever the story has actually been presented to us. So, basically this site here, Neto's Game Room, kind of goes into a little bit more detail about the story. So, embark on an unforgettable adventure as Zirian, a young workshop apprentice, as he sets out to restore time itself in a world shrouded by eternal night. Shatter the shackles of time as you jump, swing, and slash through a vibrant clock-punk world, blending nostalgia with modern gameplay in this timeless love letter to action platformer classics. And again, I just, when I look at this, it very, very much feels like a callback to, I think, Kingdom Hearts more than anything. Though I suppose there are other games out there that it might be more so in a relation to. But I'm just talking about stuff from that I see from my perspective, and that can vary from person to person for sure. Explore stunning realms shaped by master clockmakers, each filled with magic, mystery, magic, breathtaking vistas, which 100% agree, especially with that first showing, that first area that we saw. Endearing characters. Now, we don't know that for sure. They're doing well on the character not development, the character visuals department, so we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Navigate a wondrous world of ethereal forests, underwater realms, sunlit dunes, and cloudy heights in a diverse universe teeming with secrets to uncover. And so this here makes me think it's not going to be as short of a game as I'm giving it credit for, because the inspirations for this game are coming from the PS2 era. And in the PS2 era, games were averaging 7 to 10 hours usually. So that's what I was thinking this game was going to be, but maybe it might be a bit longer than I'm thinking that it might be. Jump, dash, grapple, and glide through thrilling challenges that rekindle the magic of classic action platformer favorites, and experience a timeless coming-of-age heart, loss, and courage in a masterful blend of dynamic platforming and fast-paced combat. So I think these are all taken from the trailer. So we've got the main character. Yeah, this is all taken from the trailer, it looks like. Yep. Just different parts of the trailer. But, oh, actually, no, some of this looks new. Maybe. Actually, I don't remember. Huh. I guess there's some elements of samey lookingness in some of the environments. So hopefully there'll be a bit more variety. But, well, yeah. It looks great. I hope that it is a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. The thing that I'm probably most disappointed about is the fact that it's coming out in 2026. Who knows what's going to happen from now till then? I think a lot of things can change and a lot of things can happen. So, you know what? I'm just going to try and remain pleasantly optimistic moving forward. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about this game, or the comparisons I've made about it with other games like Kingdom Hearts. I am interested to hear what you guys have to say about this, and whether or not you're actually looking forward to the game yourself, or if this isn't your cup of tea. And if it isn't, is there anything in particular that you are looking forward to that might be your cup of tea? With all that being said, however, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. With all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.